No one and nothing is compelled to make us happy. The greatest illusion is that we can have everything without any sacrifices. The more we resist reality, the more we suffer. Acceptance is not resignation, but Hi Lifers, welcome to this new episode. Today we're gonna talk about science of living. The science of living is the art of understanding, accepting, and navigating through reality in the most harmonious and efficient way possible. It involves a balance between reason and emotion, action and acceptance, change and continuity. If I were to summarize it in a few fundamental principles, they would be these. Life has its own laws. We are aging, we are losing people, we are suffering, we are facing uncertainty. The more we resist reality, the more we suffer. Acceptance is not resignation, but the wisdom to work on what we can't change instead of fighting against it. Adaptability is the key to survival. Those who resist change suffer the most. Life is about movement, and flexibility allows us to fine-tune our strategies, expectations, and perspective without losing our essence. Choose intentionally what you are willing to pay. Every choice we are making will exclude any other options. Whether it's about relationships, career, or lifestyle, every path comes with a price. The greatest illusion is that we can have everything without any sacrifices. Wisdom means choosing consciously the cost we are willing to pay. Your inner state determines the quality of your life. It is not the very events that affect us, but our interpretation of them. Two people can go through the same experience. One is seeing it as a tragedy, while the other is considering it an opportunity. The art of living means training our minds so that we won't become slaves under negative emotions and destructive thoughts. Life owes us nothing. The responsibility is ours. No one and nothing is compelled to make us happy. The more we take responsibility for our choices, thoughts, and reactions, the more control we have over our own lives. Relationships are the essence of fulfillment. People who live the longest and the happiest lives are not the richest or the cleverest ones, but those who have authentic human connections. Cultivating quality relationships is one of the safest investments in our happiness. To have a meaning is more important than happiness. Happiness comes and goes, but a deep sense of purpose gives us stability in all circumstances. Those who find a greater meaning than their own being, whether it be family, creativity, contribution, or faith, will navigate through hardship more easily and will live with a clearer sense of their direction. Death is the only certainty. Live thus accordingly. Being aware of death isn't a call to fear, but a clarity of mind. It reminds us not to waste our time, not to postpone the essentials, but to live as genuinely as possible. Thus, the science of living is not just about survival, but about being mindful, intentional, and in harmony with reality. My dear ones, don't forget to like, to subscribe, and share. This is the way we can reach more and more people. Through the same experience, one is seeing it as a tragedy, while the other is considering it an opportunity.
Give me an example.
An example of that. I take my example. For instance, everyone knows Andrea Bocelli, and there is a nice story about him. It's a tragic kind of story. It's said that he loved when he was a kid to play football. So one time, one kid hit him with a ball in the face, and because of it, he became blind. You can consider it as a tragedy. But you know, this guy Andrea Bocelli, he made it work somehow, because now he is one of the most famous opera singers, and he is very, very dear to many people who heard him. So maybe maybe other kids or other people had the same tragedy that hit them, and they still begging and victimizing themselves. But Andrea Bocelli is an example that something wrong can happen. You don't have to watch to see it as a tragedy, but an opportunity to rise in a different area. As I said, life is not what happens to us, but how we interpret what is happening to us. So yeah, this is an example.